back here with another episode of Festive Beaufort. Today I'm out here at the Beaufort Oyster Festival where we are going to get to talk to some of the vendors as well as eat some really delicious oysters as well as talk to some of the attendees. It is a huge event, a lot of people out here, although it's a little bit on the chilly side, still was able to bring out a ton of visitors. So yeah, we're gonna get to see what all we got going on. This festival is taking place down here at the Waterfront Marina, of course, like I mentioned, in Beaufort. It is a bright and sunny, it's an absolutely beautiful day. But I think first off, we are just gonna kind of take a tour around and really see what all we have to offer. So starting off at the far end of the park, when you first walk in, you will see a couple of different tables. There's one from USCB Biomedical Services as well as the Marine Biology and Coastal Ecology. So I'm here at another table with USCB, and I just wanted to kind of ask both you guys, what's your mission here? What are you doing here?
So we're here to just spread awareness about the USCB Marine Biology program. I wanted to come out and help with this table because I am really invested in this marine biology program, even just as being here for a year. And I just think it's really great to talk about it and bring awareness to our community about what we offer here.
So why did you decide to come out here today and help out with this with the table?
Yeah, so I think it's really important to come out and spread awareness about marine biology. We are a small school and a growing program, so I think it's always important just to spread the information.
Awesome. So what are these little things in these jars? What are you really offering here at the table?
In these jars, we have a sea pansy, which I heard was kind of distantly related to coral. And then we have squid and an octopus.
And are these just kind of to showcase to people your program?
Yeah.
The sea pansy is native here to South Carolina,
Yes.
Beaufort? Awesome. So say someone comes up and they ask you about it, what are you going to tell them?
So our marine biology program, we have lots of great professors. They like to offer us like internships, working in labs. For both of us, this is only our second semester here, and we're both working with Dr. Ty Petty in his lab doing surveys of the water here. And then another professor, Dr. Brugler, also has offered me and both of us positions in his lab as well with DNA processing. So there's lots of opportunities, which is really why I know I chose to come here.
A lot of hands-on experience,
Yes.
And that's really what you kind of want to push out to potential future students. All right. And then there's also a table where from the Maritime Center where you can see displayed many different types of wildlife, including turtles and even some snakes. Over on the other side, it's teaching people about oyster shell recycling, which is an extremely important thing. And that's one thing the Oyster Festival is doing an amazing job of, is recycling all of their oysters. It is so important for keeping our reefs healthy. We are here at another table. This one tells us all about oyster shell recycling and the whole entire process, but we are going to let Jocelyn give us a little bit deeper of a rundown. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Jocelyn Kern. I am the Oyster Shell Recycling and Reef Restoration Program Manager with the Outside Foundation. And today at this oyster roast, we have our trailer set up and we're going to be collecting all the shell and we're going to be using it to rebuild oyster reef around the Hilton Head and Bluffton area. Last year, we collected about 38 tons of shell from local restaurants in Hilton Head and Bluffton. And this year we're hoping to hopefully top that. And so we're rebuilding reefs. Oyster reefs help to mitigate against erosion. It creates habitat, and oyster reefs also clean the water. We bag the shells with local volunteers, and we also do reef building in the summer, and we also use volunteers to do that as well.
So you coming out here, are you mainly just here to educate people about kind of what you guys do?
Yes. We're here to talk about the Outside Foundation and what we do. We have a couple other programs. We have a Kids in Kayaks program. We do litter sweeps, but one of our main programs is the oyster shell recycling. We work as the community connection with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources.
So you guys are also connected to that tent over there?
Yes.
Awesome. I think that's about all we got for you, but we'll probably just take a bit closer look at your posters up here as well as everything you got.
Yeah.
If you keep on going, SouthCarolinaStateParks.com is here with a tent set up. They have what looks to be some fur as well as some little handouts. So yeah, I know a lot of these people also help sponsor this event. So it's really great to see them out here taking the time to, really educate people while they are able to, kick back, relax, and listen to some music. And we're just really gonna, try to get a feel of what are you guys doing out here?
All right, yeah, well, my name's Ranger Rachel. I'm the interpretive ranger at Hunting Island State Park, and I'm here representing the state parks of South Carolina and our Friends of Hunting Island. We have a table set up with a few items that represent the Friends of Hunting Island and what they do. We are offering a great shark book and an Ace Basin activity book for kids. We have bags for anybody who wants them. And then we are also trying to get our virtual reality tour of the lighthouse out and about. So this is something that you can do any day at the visitor center at Hunting Island. But we brought the equipment here today for visitors to just come and try. So if you want to give it a shot.
Of course, that sounds awesome. All right. So the lighthouse is closed right now, but it's a way for people to...
So I'm going to hand you the controllers. This one is for your right hand and your left. And yeah, so the lighthouse is currently closed. I'm going to adjust the head strap so it's not sliding on you. I'm going to go behind you.
Oh, wow.
This was fit on a child before you, so it might be a little tight. Coming back around you. Right.
Okay, so
the lighthouse is closed right now. We're doing some renovations on it, and we don't expect it to be open until the summer of 2025. But while it is closed, we have a virtual reality tour. We have some headsets. So you're going to see probably a sign that says Friends of Hunting Island and South Carolina State Park. You'll be on a beach, and then a voice will walk you through the history of the lighthouse and then walk you up the lighthouse all the way to the top where the lens was, and then you'll be able to see a moonrise and a sunset from the top of the lighthouse.
this is so awesome. We're going up the steps right now. So who really kind of came up with this idea?
So VR is, I want to say, pretty new to the state park. I don't know exactly who came up with the idea, but the voice you're hearing is one of the past interpretive rangers. Her name was Megan, and so she took a special camera, a 360 view camera, up with her, and she is the one who's giving you that walking tour that you're hearing in that headset.
And you're able to just put the video right into the VR, and that's
Yep.
how it works?
Yep, we have a special app that we're using there. So
We're like floating.
yeah.
This is really awesome because now you can climb and you can see the view, but you don't actually have to do any of the actual climbing. So after the renovations are done on the lighthouse, are you going to continue to have this as an option,
Yes.
for maybe people with handicaps or disabilities?
Yes, this is an accessible option for people who would otherwise be unable to get to the top of the lighthouse. But we do plan on reopening the lighthouse for climbing just because it was a favorite activity of a lot of people who visited the park. We are also considering, if this is a successful endeavor, bringing the VR to events like this. We're considering making other videos, maybe tours of the Maritime Forest, the Salt Marsh, perhaps even other parks that we would be able to bring out to events like this and offer to folks who don't get to travel quite as much.
This is so awesome. I don't even know how to explain it, but this is really awesome. So how many people have you had come out and do it at the Nature Center?
So the virtual headsets are at the visitor center, and we get I don't know the exact numbers, but a couple hundred people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's something we're still working with. We're still trying to get it out there and let people know about it.
Awesome. Well, hopefully this is able to help your guys' mission out. This is a beautiful day, really.
Yeah, the day they took that video is gorgeous.
I am tweaking. Oh my goodness, it's trippy. It's trippy. That is so awesome though, like absolutely beautiful. Well, is there absolutely anything else you'd like to say? Maybe any of the educational things you have over here?
Not really.
Think we covered it all?
Yeah. We got everything we're out here with. We're just out here to make sure that people know Hunting Island is here and know that they can stop by anytime.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for just taking a minute to speak with us, Rachel. And it's really awesome getting to check it out. And I hope more people are able to come out and utilize it. So
yeah, thanks so much.
over here is the Beaufort Observation District. They also have some more sea animals. And as you see, they're talking to some people right now, really just, taking the opportunity to educate. All right, so we are at another table, and as you can see, there are some big horseshoe crabs, and I'm excited to learn about. So tell me a little bit about who you are and what you're doing out here.
So I'm Eliza. I'm with the Beaufort Soil and Water Conservation District. My job in the district is to do education outreach. So I go into schools, I do different educational programming, teach the kids about why this area is so important and what we need to do to protect it. Another division of our district is reaching out to farmers to get grant funding and help them get the money they need to keep their farms running. But my expertise is in the education. So we've got some horseshoe crabs here, like you pointed out, and we have them here to teach people about why they're so valuable to us. First off, they're ancient. They've been around for 43 million years, give or take a couple million. So they've been around since the beginning of time, and they're actually really useful for us. Their blood is blue, and it's got special sulfur in it that reacts really well with vaccines. So it's a really good indicator of if a medicine is safe for people or not. So they'll take them, and right in this wedge here, they bleed the horseshoe crabs out, and then they can use their blood to do that testing. So they'll put it in, and if something's bad, it'll coagulate, and they know it's not good to use. So these guys are really valuable to us, and they're an invaluable resource. They're awesome. I love them.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then what is these little guys right here?
So these are their legs that they move with, just kind of how they move around the water. And then these right here are claspers, so that's what the males will have. So when it's breeding season, the males will go up to a female and kind of hook themselves on and just kind of hold on for the ride. And the female will lay her eggs, she drags the male over them, he fertilizes them, and then 2 months later you have baby horseshoe crabs running around.
Wow, well that's really awesome. Are they they're very abundant in this area, of course.
Very abundant all up the East Coast.
Awesome. Is there absolutely anything else you kind of like to say?
Just, if you see a horseshoe crab on its back and it's trying to flip itself, help it out. Just let them go on their way. They're awesome.
Awesome. And it's nearing a lot of people's favorite time of the year, Girl Scout cookie time. They taken the opportunity to come out here, and they are selling for just $4 each box of cookies. Back over on the right is the Boating Club of Beaufort. They don't rent boats, but they can make it more relaxing and more fun, and that is their motto. They also have some handouts and whatnot. And then our last one over here on the right is from the Fripp Island Golf and Beach Resort. Taking a closer look, they also are having an educational opportunity. You can see oysters inside of the water, and they are just, showing off different parts of the ecosystem, especially out there on Fripp Island, who are another huge sponsor of this event. All right, so we are here at another tent with Mike. Would you want to maybe tell us a little bit about what your tent is and why you guys are out here?
Sure. My name is Mike Bobbitt. I'm the admin officer with the Beaufort Sail and Power Squadron. also known as America's Boating Club of Beaufort, and we're passing out safety information for state certification in South Carolina. Also, we're having people sign up for what we call America's Boating Course. It's a safety course for new boaters and also some novice boaters that may not know what they're doing all the time. So that's what we're doing here today. And also have ring toss here for the kids to enjoy.
So can you tell me a little bit about America's Boating Club? Y'all are stationed, or not stationed, but y'all are based here in Beaufort?
We are. So we've got boaters in the Port Royal Beaufort area. We're a national organization based out of North Carolina. And as I said before, they were known as the Sail and Power Squadron throughout the United States. Now it's America's Boating Club. And we try to participate in festivals, make contact with the public, talking about safety on the water. The lighted boat parade that we had back in December, we sponsored that, and we'll be here at other festivals.
Yeah, I got to attend the parade and it was so awesome. Is there absolutely anything else you'd like to say?
No, just trying to stay warm out here. Thank y'all for coming
Yes,
by.
it's a beautiful day, a little bit chilly, but
It is.
yes, thank you.
Thank you.
But we are going to move over to the tent right beside here, and we're going to learn a little bit more about them. So, could you please tell us about your lovely table with all your displays and kind of what you're doing and who you're with?
Yeah, we're with the Fripp Island Beach and Golf Resort, and we represent the Activity Center. And we've just brought along with us some display items. We have some crabs, some cool shells, as well as some live animals that we've actually collected just today off of the dock behind us here.
Wow, that's awesome. So, what message are you trying to get out there? What are you trying to show?
Yeah, so we're trying to show people just how diverse our oyster reefs can be. So it's not just oysters that are living out there. We have crabs, we have snails, shrimp, all sorts of things are in and around these reefs. We're also trying to show people the value of oysters as an ecological service. So how much they can clean our water. We've got a little display right there, which oysters can filter dozens of gallons every day per oyster. So they're really helping keep our waters clean, and all the water that you see in there that has the oysters in it actually came from right behind us. So they're doing a great job.
So what is your kind of role with the organization?
Yeah, so my name's Colleen Goff. I'm the head naturalist for Fripp Island, and I run our nature center and a lot of our nature programs where we'll do kayaking, we'll take the kids out, and we just have a lot of fun learning about the wildlife and the ecosystems around Fripp and South Carolina Barrier Islands.
Awesome. And is there absolutely anything else you'd like to say about the Oyster Fest, your display, or your program?
Yeah, oysters are great. Oyster Fest is great. Come visit tomorrow, Sunday. You'll have a great time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But now we're going to be getting closer in on the food action. Now to eat here, you don't have to whip out your debit card every time you want to grab food. You go down and you pick out some tickets, and then you take these tickets to each food truck or food vendor, and then you just hand them however many, and it makes the process just a lot easier and quicker. The first one we have is from Shell Ring Ale Works. They are giving out different types of beers, and a lot of people around here, are drinking a beer. Although it's a little chilly, it's a nice way to, just relax on a Saturday afternoon. We are now getting into the food and drink part of the festival, and so really just tell me who you guys are with and what all you have to offer here.
Well, we are volunteering for the Rotary Club of the Low Country to help with the oyster roast, and we serve beer today and tomorrow.
And where is this beer from?
This is all locally brewed down in Port Royal by Shell Brewery.
Awesome. Could you tell me maybe a little bit about the different types of beers and maybe specifically the oyster beer and how it pairs well with the oysters?
We've got a lot of good feedback on the oyster beer. I have not tried it yet, but I know they've got an oyster lager out there. There's an IPA, there's an amber, there's a light beer, and then there's this beer that is a spiced apple.
Chai spiced apple.
It's kind of more of a seltzer than a regular beer, I believe. I haven't tried that either.
Sounds very interesting. And you guys are also serving wine
We've got
for
red and white, both kinds.
non-beer drinkers. So maybe could you tell me a little bit about why the Rotary Club partnered with Sheltering Elworks?
We are partnering with Beaufort Area Hospitality Association
Uh-huh.
to volunteer. They coordinated sheltering coming in, and
Oh, and they just said this is what you guys are gonna do.
Yes.
Awesome. Is there why did you decide to volunteer specifically for the Oyster Festival?
Partly because they asked, and that's what we do as a club. We like to provide service to the various nonprofits around town. That's part of our mission as Rotarians, is service above self.
Awesome. Is there absolutely anything else you'd like to mention?
Nothing specifically.
I think
no.
that's all. All right.
It's a beautiful day.
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
this is the first time in 3 years that both days are going to be clear for the festival, so everybody should come out. Music's great, food's good, and the beer is definitely cold.
So we just heard over there from Sheltering Aleworks, they got their oyster beer, and we found somebody who's drinking it. So tell me who you are and kind of what you think about the beer. Why'd you decide to get it?
My name is Francis. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I got it because we're at Oyster Fest, so I just decided. Just be in the spirit of getting oyster beer.
So how's it taste?
It's pretty good. Honestly, I can't really taste any oysters, but I'm just good beer. I'm loving the vibe, so it's
And
great.
what brought you here from Chicago?
Visiting family.
Awesome,
Yes.
and y'all just decided to come down here, and you're about to get some oysters over here.
Yes, for sure.
Can
Yeah.
you? So is it? I heard they said it's supposed to have a little bit of a salty taste.
Oh, I can definitely taste like the saltiness of it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I can't taste it. I can't taste much.
Can't
I'm
taste
not.
any
I'm
oysters?
not like a beer connoisseur or something like that.
But you just decided to try it just to try it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank you though. All right, getting into the spirit of the Oyster Fest, we absolutely love your outfit. Can you tell me a little about where the idea came from and kind of who you're with?
I'm with Sea Eagle Market. I've been a part of the team for about 10 years. I'm currently a part of the catering crew, and our boss calls us heifers. So I just went with it. You know, it's like just a little inside joke, and I rolled with it, and that's what led me to this, because I knew it was going to be cold, and then this just tied it in, made a whole outfit about it.
So is this your first year wearing the outfit?
This is my first year wearing anything a little bit extravagant. I just thought it would be fun since it was going to be so cold.
Yeah.
I figured sweatpants and an extra shirt would not be as fun.
Yeah, no, I think it is so fun, and I absolutely love it. And what's your name?
I'm Laura Wasilewski.
Awesome. Well,
Local, born and raised.
awesome. So this is the 4th Oyster Fest year, correct?
Yes.
And you've been every year?
I think I missed the first one, but I've been a part of it for the past like 2 or 3 years now. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you for just taking a second to tell us a bit about your outfit. We
You're
love
welcome.
it. From the company, this is the man that came up with the nickname Heifers for the employees, the one that kind of sparked the outfit. So could you tell me a little bit more about your company and kind of how long have you guys been a company here in Beaufort?
Yeah, so our family has been in the seafood business since the 60s and 70s. My dad was a commercial shrimper, so I grew up in the seafood business. When we moved to Beaufort in 1992, so over 30 years ago, and we've had the Sea Eagle Market since 2007. So we've just kind of diversified and grown over the years. So mainly from shrimping into the oysters is like our second thing that we do. We produce ourselves.
And where are you guys located here in Beaufort?
Okay, so our retail store is on Boundary Street, 2149 Boundary Street. But our working waterfront our processing facilities out on St. Helena, where the shrimp boats tie up and where all the oysters come and be washed and ready to go for retail.
And so why did you guys decide to come out here to the Oyster Fest and set up the tents and the truck?
So we've been involved with the Oyster Festival since the beginning. The first year we were the only vendor because it was during COVID, and we had to set up in the beer garden out by the sands in Port Royal. And it was nasty weather, blowing 30 or 40 and freezing cold. So a much smaller crowd then. And the second year we did it here Friday and Saturday, and we got rained out on a Friday and we had a good Saturday. And then last year we had a great Saturday and got rained out on Sunday. But it looks like this year we're going to have 2 very nice days.
Yeah, and what kind of work does it take, like leading up, preparing, getting all the oysters? What kind of work does that look like?
Well, I mean, oystering is difficult anytime, but we have our normal orders and our retail that we have to cover, plus an extra 200 plus bushels for this event. So it's just extra. The guys just have to go a little harder and to make it happen.
Awesome, and would you say it pays off?
Oh yeah, we love being involved in any community event. So we do the Shrimp Festival, Soft Shell, Taste of Beaufort. So anytime there's a chance that we get to be engaged with the community, we'll be there.
All right, and we just finished talking with the owner here of the Sea Eagle Market. So now we are going to give some of their fried oysters a try. These are very, very good. Very salty and very full of flavor. I'm not usually a huge fried oyster fan, but I'll tell you, these are good. And just kind of look at the size. These are very, very big. Very worth the money. I'm here with Deuce. And Deuce, what do you think about the Oyster Festival? You like it? You get to eat some oysters? I think he is super excited about being out here in Beaufort on a beautiful day. Look at him, he's so good. Anything else you like to say? Thank you, Deuce. Good boy. So like we have emphasized many times already, recycling these oysters is a huge part of the festival. And as you can see, they have a trailer right here where once you're done, you can just dump your oysters right in here. And we were here just a little bit ago and it was nearly empty. And we still have, several hours left in the Oyster Festival. So I imagine they're probably gonna have to haul these off and come back with another empty trailer. But just look at this, and just being able to give back is truly amazing, and giving back to our reefs. All sponsored by the Beaufort Area Hospitality Association. Another interesting feat is it looks like this trailer has been hand painted. Oyster recycling. I wish we could, maybe see the artist that was able to do it, but the Oyster Recycling Reef Building Initiative. They put some nice artwork of oysters around it, as well as some seagrass. And there's a couple different sponsors and stuff on the front, but we just saw someone come over and dump another bucket into it. So yeah, filling up very, very quickly. Well, first and foremost, could you tell me who you are and kind of what company you're with?
All right, this is Sutton Construction. We do an annual wood-fired, wood-roasted oysters for the annual oyster roast. This is my company down here giving back to the community. We do this for free because we think it's the right thing to do. This is the traditional way that oysters are roasted. They're roasted on a metal pan with a wood fire underneath it with a burlap sack. If you watch, Nate and Mike here is gonna go ahead and do the presentation. So this is a steaming process on a hot metal plate. This is how your grandfather would have done it, your great-grandfather would have done it, but they might have used the hood of a car or a piece of tin off a roof. All right, so we have 5 fire pits burning. We'll cook over 100 bushels of oysters today. and then probably 60 bushels tomorrow. So we'll probably cap out less than 200 bushels on this run. Takes about 3 minutes on a hot fire, and you can have oysters ready to go. Okay?
Awesome. Very steamy.
So come on down, we'll see if we can find one ready to pull off.
All right.
I was just looking over here. All right, so what we're looking for here, we pop these open. They're already open. You can actually pick them out with your finger. Okay, so this is how most people like to eat them. Now we'll do them a little different than that, a little more raw, or more well done. So
that isn't too hot or nothing?
Well, it's hot, but I'm used to this. So here, you peel that one off and eat it.
Eat it straight off of the fire.
Straight off the fire. How's that? Good?
So good.
These are Magione oysters out of Lays Island, St. Helena. These are local oysters, the best you can get. These are wild oysters. These are not farm raised. These are right out of our saltwater system locally. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. And then we're going to take these down and serve them to the next customer in line.
The Oyster Fest? Can you tell us what you think about the Oyster Fest?
Can you say please?
You working? Okay. Oh, that was such a good interview.
Tell me. Good boy.
That's what we think?
Good boy. Good boy.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Hold the side because the bottom is very hot.
Okay. Thank you. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, or just I've been waiting for. Time to try some of these roasted oysters.
Would like to have Mr. Kurt Camberley.
There are several different tables. There's some where you can be with groups, and there's some where you can kind of stand there by yourself. So I guess we're going to see what we can find, and we'll sit down and start shucking some oysters. So we found this table where, you know, you get to stand with some other people, and then you get to throw everything in a bucket. And then I think there's volunteers coming around taking these buckets and throwing them into the trailer like we saw earlier. But I am gonna go ahead and start shucking some of these oysters and giving them a try. As you can see, there's like not just one, but there's 1, 2, 3, maybe even more oysters on just one little clump. It was so good. Like you said, these are just so easy. They'll crack right open and you can peel them. And then you just give them one of those and so good. And you just pop it right in there. This has got to be one of the biggest parts of the festival because everybody wanted to get this $20 pan of roasted oysters. All right, so we've got to talk to many different sides, volunteers, vendors, people making the oysters, but now we're going to talk to some of the attendees. So, tell me, what really brought you out here to the Oyster Fest today?
Well, my friend Kim wanted to do something to hang out, so I started to look at what was going on in the area this weekend, and I saw that they were doing this, and I like oysters, so here we are.
Is this the first time you've been out to the Oyster Fest?
I've been to lots of festivals, but I've never been to the Oyster Festival before.
So what made you guys choose like these ones versus somewhere else?
Well, first of all, I love Sea Eagle. They're the best. I've bought oysters from them before to cook at home. And then also, this seemed like the best deal, and we like we like oysters like this. So yeah.
Yeah. How long have you lived here in Beaufort?
So I've lived in Beaufort for almost 9 years. So yeah.
Awesome. And so, I, as a seafood lover myself, how's it? This has only been here for 4 years. So, how's it been really seeing the county take more pride and want to do more events like this?
I love events like this. I really like seeing all the different booths. I work for the University of South Carolina Beaufort, and we always have a booth at events like this. So I always try to come out and support as much as possible.
Awesome. Look at the size of that thing. That has been the biggest one I think I've seen so far. I'm gonna take a picture on my personal. Just look at that. You want me to video you eating it?
Drink it.
Slurp her up.
Yeah.
That's a.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That thing's huge.
Yeah. All right. So, from my understanding, you're here from Ohio. Can you tell me why did you? First off, who are you, and why did you want to come down here for the Oyster Fest?
I'm Nancy Limley, and I love oysters, first of all. I've had them in Florida and other places, and this is my first time to South Carolina. And I had a chance to come down. My daughter came down, and I had a free ride. So I came down with her, and we've done a little bit of touring down here. Went to Georgia, Savannah yesterday, and just had a real good time. But the oysters today that I've tried three different kinds. And one of them was real spicy, and I didn't care as much for it. The second one was really good. And then we went to a restaurant the other night, and I tried my very first
Oyster Rockefeller.
Rockefeller.
Oyster Rockefeller.
So,
and you tried a steamed oyster for the first time?
First time I've tried a steamed one or a roasted one. It was very good.
Is it better than the fried oysters?
I don't know if it's better, but it's right up there, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Beaufort welcomes you. Well, and that's going to do it for the 4th annual Beaufort Oyster Festival. Another year, another success. It's also going to wrap up our episode of Festive Beaufort. Our entire mission is to cover events all across Beaufort County. So if there's something you have in mind, email me at chloe.gee@bcgov.net, and we will do our best to get out there to you.